Mama 2 Crazy 5, and today I have my mani about 98% done. I have not encapsulated anything yet, but today I'm going to be encapsulating with builder gel. So far I have winter grenadine and Sayamo from Barbie Secret Dips. I have not encapsulated my glitters. I haven't encapsulated anything yet because I'm going to be encapsulating the full mani in builder gel. So I did cleanse the white part of my ring fingernail with a alcohol prep pad just to make sure there's no debris or there's no oils. Now I'm going to go in with a layer of gel base and put it just on the white part of the nail. And I'm going to put my waterslide decal in water, and then I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. And the waterslide decal will be in the water as I cure. So I know I haven't posted in a while, and I'm sorry about that, but life gets crazy. I started working with the United States Postal Service. I've been there about 4 or 5 months now, so I'm liking it so far. It's hard work, but so I did dab off the excess moisture on the decal, and I'm just going to go through and place that on the white part of my ring fingernail. I like using the gel base as my foundation for my decals because it offers a tacky layer, but it's still, like, you can still move the decal around if needed once it's placed. So I'm going to go in and encapsulate it with another layer of gel base. This time I'm going to apply it to the full nail, the glitter swoop on the side as well, because I will be encapsulating with the builder gel, and builder gel does need a tacky foundation to hang on to whenever you apply it to your nails. So I'm going to cure that again 30 seconds for gel base, and then I'm going to take a nail tip. This is not a dual form. It is just a basic nail tip that I use for my nails, but I did not etch the inside of it because I wanted to be able to remove the actual tip and leave behind the builder gel kind of formed to my nail. So I'm going to take my Triple D clear opulent in a pot, and I'm going to apply a thin layer to the inside of the tip, almost the full length of the tip, because I do want it to be as long as my nail, and encapsulate on the sides as well. So this tip is not the size that would fit my ring finger originally. It is like a size or two larger because I wanted it to kind of overlap what's on my nail and not go into the sidewalls or touch the skin, but I do want it to encapsulate and cover over the glitter as well as the decal in the entire length and the width of the nail. So I let that set for a few seconds. I let it kind of self-level, and then I'm going to go on and apply it to my ring finger. Again, it has the gel base on it cured for 30 seconds. And I'm just going to make sure it's straight. I want to make sure it has good positioning, that it's not seeping over anywhere, and that it's actually, covering over everything. So I hold that in place for a few seconds. I cured it for a few seconds, and then I'm going to just re-verify that there's no seepage, that it still looks good, that there's no air bubbles, anything like that. And then I'm going to cure for a full 60 seconds. Now that's cured, and so I'm going to go on with my cuticle pusher, and it has this curved kind of sharp end to it that's really thin, so I'm going to use that and try and get between the tip and the builder gel to pop the tip off. It was not easy. It did put up a pretty good fight, and I do wear pill base, so I was just trying to be careful. I didn't want to pop the entire nail off, so I was able to get it off, and it's going to pop off there. No, there it went. So the people that are able to get these popped off and reuse them, kudos to them, because I would not have been able to reuse mine. It was too damaged from the attempts of popping it off. So I'm going to trim on the edges and the sides and the tip. That way it matches with the nail underneath. And then I'm going to go on with my 100-180 McCart nail file. I'm using the 100 side, and I'm just going to file around, kind of form it the way that I want it to look. I do tend to encapsulate everything in clear dip, whether it be a decal or glitter or fine glitter or solids. I don't care. I just encapsulate everything in clear just to make sure everything is protected and safe whenever it comes to filing and buffing and things like that, because I don't know if you have ever cut into a glitter but it doesn't end up looking too pretty if you cut into it while you're filing or buffing. So, but I was curious to see how it would turn out if I encapsulated in builder gel instead. You know, because builder gel tends to be really, really clear, and that's one of the reasons why I like it. So I thought I would give it a shot. So I wanted to see how it would be to encapsulate in builder gel decals as well as glitters, if it would offer better clarity than clear dip. And keeping that in mind, you also have to be careful where you buy clear dip from, because you kind of get what you pay for, and if you want quality clear dip that it doesn't have speckles or it doesn't end up cloudy, you know, then you kind of have to shop around and get advice from the, you know, nail community, and, you know, listen to what people say about their clear and look at price points, and kind of have to balance. You have to try things out to be able to determine which one you like the best. So I'm filing and buffing this builder gel on top. One thing I did notice about this mani was the ring finger, though it turns out beautiful, it does kind of look wider, like wide in width, wider than all the rest of the nails. Almost looks like a press-on nail to me, which kind of got on my nerves. But I think it was because I did it with a form. Because all the other nails, the glitter nails that I would be doing here in just a minute, I don't use a form. I'll just be using builder gel just directly on top of the glitter and doing a couple layers. So they turned out fine. They didn't seem to make any difference, you know, as far as clear dip or builder gel to me, as far as the clarity goes and the shape and stuff like that. There didn't appear to be any differences between clear dip and builder gel, just to me, in my opinion. But the ring finger, because I applied it with the form, did turn out looking, I mean, it was a little annoying. It stood out to me just a little bit, I'm going to be honest. But honestly, encapsulating in the builder gel did not make a huge visual difference to me. I'll still be encapsulating everything in clear dip, just because builder gel did take, it's a bit of a longer process. So, you know, I am going to cleanse my ring fingernail with an alcohol prep pad, and then I'm going to go in with my gel base again, and I'm going to go ahead and finish this nail off so I can move on to the other nails, to the glitter nails. So I'm going to do a layer of gel base, and then I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. Now, I will say, in filing and shaping of this nail, and all the other nails, I did not end up cutting into any glitters. Filing and shaping was easier. Didn't take a lot of time at all. I only show the filing of the ring fingernail, though. I didn't show the filing of all the other nails, just to save some time. So I cured the gel base for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go in with my Nail Addict LA gel top coat, apply that, and then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. And then that finger will be done. And then I'll just move on to the glitter nails after that. So, again, I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just, life is hectic. You know, I've got 5 kids and started working with the USPS, and I've got my husband and life and everything that comes along with it. So, all right. So now on to the glitter nails. I'm going to be applying gel base, and usually whenever you apply gel products, you want to go really light or thin with your layers, okay? But I did want to make sure to go along the sides, because, you know, whenever you're working with chunky glitter, it leaves kind of void spots, you know, where there's a deviation in the leveling of the actual finished product. And so I kind of wanted to fill those void spots, or make sure that the gel base was in them, to ensure that the builder gel stuck there too, to make sure that it was completely encapsulated, sides, you know, cuticle, tip, everything. I just wanted to make sure it was completely encapsulated. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to apply a good layer of gel base, and then cure it for 60 seconds. And then I will be applying the builder gel on top of that, without using a form this time. So, and again, this was basically just, you know, I wanted to experiment. I wanted to see how this would go, if it would work, which way would be better with a form, without a form, and if it would make any difference between that and clear dip. But I tend to use a pretty good clear dip. I like, let's see, uh, Skyline Soapworks and double dipped, not double dipped, but double dipped with the apostrophe D. Um, so Skyline Soapworks and double dipped are my favorite clears, and I had recently discovered Tipsy Dipsy Everclear, and that one is really good too. Like that falls within my top. Well, I don't have really 5 favorites, so my top 3 favorite clear dips. So I use pretty good clear dips, and I dust off with a stiff bristled brush to get rid of all the excess and make sure that nothing is left behind before I activate that. But I wanted to see if Builder Gel would offer any, better, higher clarity than Clear Dip does. And honestly, you guys, I mean, with considering the process and the time that this took, and the layers and the curing between layers and stuff like that, like it is not significant enough for me to stop clear capping in clear dip. I still prefer clear dip. I've been encapsulating everything in clear dip since this many, and I'll continue to do so. If ever I do want to encapsulate in Builder Gel, I will just do like the one nail that I want to encapsulate in Builder Gel and then do the rest of them in clear dip. So because it is not a noticeable difference at all. I mean, it's clear, yeah, but so's a good clear dip if you get a good brand. So I applied the Builder Gel in small layers, or thin layers, sorry, small layers, in thin layers onto the nail. And now I'm just kind of letting it self-level on the nail. And then I'm moving on to the index finger. So I am using the Triple D Builder Gel in a bottle, in a pot, I'm sorry, the Opulent. I have recently, since doing this mani, gotten the Builder Gel in a bottle Opulent, and I love both of them either way. I mean, they both work great for me. But I'm just applying a bead right at the apex area of the nail, and then I'm kind of working it down the nail, going from side to side, just kind of, dragging it, making sure that it gets level on there, that it's not thicker in some areas and thinner in other areas. Like, I just want to make sure it's a nice, even, thin layer. And then I'm going to let that one self-level as well. And then I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. And then after that's done, I'm actually going to do a second layer, but this time I'm not going to do it the same way as the first layer. I'm actually going to apply it almost like I would like regular polish. I'm just going to be swiping it up and down the nail like normal, and making sure that the voids are filled and that it's nice and thin and even. And then I'll cure that one for 60 seconds as well. So as you can see, I mean, it's very clear, yes, and it looks beautiful. And to me, it's not worth it to have to do this entire process whenever I could have already clear capped the same nail like 6 times already by now. So and as you can see, I'm just going through and applying it just like regular polish this time, which I do love that. And the same thing goes with Builder Gel. You have to kind of shop around and find the ones that work best for you and that you like the most, because some Builder Gels are thicker or thinner than others. Some self-level really well, some don't. Some have a smell to them, some don't have any smell. It just depends. So, but I really like Triple D. So I'm just going to drag it down the nail like normal polish. I'm staying away from the cuticle lines and the side walls, and if I get anything on my skin, I do have the alcohol prep pads off to the side to help kind of clean off any seepage or any excess or anything like that if need be. So I'm going to let those self-level as well, and then another 60-second cure. And now I'm going to go through with my alcohol prep pad and cleanse the sticky layer that's left behind. I'm just going to clean that off the nail really, really well, because if you start filing without cleaning that off, it's going to be all gunky and gummy and not pretty. So there's that. So those are fully encapsulated. And now time to do my thumbs. So again, with the gel base, a nice layer, just making sure it's fully covered, the sides, everything like that. I know this is pretty repetitive, but I left all the fingers in here because I wanted, you guys to kind of see the process that I followed whenever I was experimenting with this, this whole thing, and see if I wanted it to be helpful. I wanted it to be beneficial in some way. So you guys can kind of see how I went about encapsulating in the builder gel, and then what, how I got the results that I got. So, all right, I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds as well. And then I'm going to go in with my 2 layers of builder gel in the pot. So, anyway, how have you guys been? How are things going? How was your summer? Are you glad it's fall? Have y'all gotten into fall manis yet? I have. I've gotten into fall manis. I've done a couple manis with leaves in it already and decals, and I like the fall colors because I like the dark colors. Dark teal and purple and black and all those dark colors kind of speak to my soul. But I use bright colors occasionally as well because, well, sometimes the soul has to breathe. So anyway, let me know how you guys have been doing and what's been going on with you guys, and if y'all miss me. I'm just kidding. Don't let me know that. I don't want to know that. If the answer were no, I just might cry. Alright, so I've got my bead on there. I drag it all over the nail, filling all the voids, all on the side, everything, and letting that self-level. And then I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. Alright, that's cured. And be careful whenever you're curing your gel products, you guys, because sometimes you may not think that your bottle or your jar or whatever is close enough to your light to be affected. But, one day it just may surprise you if your gel starts to thicken up, or it just completely gets hard on you, or you can't open your bottle or your jar, and something's happened. So just be careful whenever you're curing. Make sure you put lids on stuff. Make sure you move jars away, and to avoid your products getting cured. And then once it gets cured, there's no uncuring that. So you'd have to replace it or whatever, and it's just a pain in the ass that nobody needs. So, but I did this finger the same way that I did the second layer on the other fingers. I just applied it just like polish, up and down the nail. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds as well, after I let it self-level. Alright, so 60-second cure. And then wiping off with the alcohol prep pad to remove the sticky layer again for that finger. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to file and buff off camera. So this is filed and buffed. And I'm just going to cleanse with an alcohol prep pad again, because I'm going to top coat all my other nails. Isn't that glitter beautiful? I love that glitter. Alright, so we're going to gel base coat. The pinky finger is grenadine. Is it grenadine or is it Sex on the Beach? I think it's grenadine. It's a really pretty pink color, and the pink kind of matches with the shift of enamel really well. So, but I will be posting pictures at the end of the video of my finished mani, just so you guys can see, the finished result, and the clarity, and it's not going to look any different than clear dip. But I wanted to show you guys kind of in the still picture what it looked like. So I'm getting my gel base on, and then I'll cure for 30 seconds, and then I'll be applying my gel top coat, and then curing for 60 seconds. I do use the Nail Addict LA gel top coat. It is my favorite top coat. I do not use I do not use dip top coat at all. I use it for like the base coat for swatches. So I like my gel top coat. It offers the best shine and finish, in my opinion, to a mani. Alright, so I've got the gel top coat on now, and then I'm going to cure for 60 seconds, and then the mani will be just about completed. Alright, there we go. Alright, now the icing on the cake is my very, very low Sweet Oranges cuticle oil from Candy Skincare. I love this stuff. You must finish off any and every mani with it. It's like the icing on the cake for me. So, alright, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.